Hey everyone, today we're looking at the paper MAUVE, measuring the gap between neural text and human text using divergence frontiers. This paper was one of the best papers at NeurIPS 2021, and it introduces a new metric for open-ended text generation. Open-ended text generation has been a task that has been gathering a lot of attention lately, with very large, powerful language models being released, such as GPT-3, that are able to generate text that is very realistic looking. But an important frontier that this paper tries to address is how can we measure quantitatively the similarity of machine-generated text to human text? Can we come up with a metric which is reliable and it's close to human judgments? This paper introduces MAUVE, a comparison measure for open-ended text generation. The way MAUVE works is as follows. Given that you have some human-produced text Q and some machine-generated text P, what the authors do is they compute quantized embeddings using a general language model such as GPT-2, for example. Basically, they take the model, they pass the human and machine-generated texts through this model to get some embeddings. They quantize those embeddings and then they produce a divergence score using metrics similar to the KL divergence. Obviously, the specific method is complicated. You can find the precise details in the paper, but to give you the intuition, basically it's what they do is kind of like an integration over the continuous family of measures, aiming to capture two types of errors. One of the type of error is generating unrealistic text, taking that into account. And the second type of error is not capturing all possible human text by the model. And the authors do a lot of empirical experiments in the paper, and what they show is that MAUVE is able to identify the known patterns of model-generated text, and it's correlating much better than previous metrics with human judgments, which aim to measure divergence. So it seems to be a reliable metric that is also seems to generalize well across different types of models. In the paper, they test with both GPT-2 and Roberta, and it seems to be that the approach is general enough to be independent of the type of the model. Seems to be a nicely written paper that is making a nice progress in the task of open-ended text generation, and particularly the evaluation of those methods. It raises important issues, thus I would recommend reading that paper and downloading the metric and give it a try if you're working on this problem. Talk to you in the next one.